back. When you're little, things surprise you because it's the very first time. When Uncle Chuck took his thumb off, it took me 3 days to figure out what he had done. Through that part of my life, I wore rose-colored glasses. Everything was exciting. Everything was fun. There's a picture that brought me to this story. It's a picture of my daddy standing like this, and I'm standing right here laughing. I was 4. And I want to tell you that sometimes grown-ups do not know why little boys cry. When I went to see my big granny in Pahokee, Florida, I think she got tired of us at the house and sent us to the movie. And as we approached the theater, I threw the door open and jumped out. Now, imagine 4 years old doing a cartwheel in space and slamming onto the concrete sidewalk. The usher ran out, grabbed me, ran to the bathroom. I looked down in the sink, and there's blood piling up in the sink. What's that? He goes, "You're bleeding," you know, and he's getting paper towels, and he's trying to hold on to it. People are banging on the door to get me out of there so they could see what's going on. I only just kind of realized something was wrong. Out came my aunts, my mama, my big granny, all struggling to see who was going to carry me back to the car. Still kind of only whimpering. Came out of the theater, back out of the sidewalk, and I began to wail. Still, in that moment, grown-ups did not know why I was crying. They thought that the pain had finally hit and that I was needing some pain medicine. No. Right over here on the side of the theater was a little boy on a bicycle. While he was sitting on that bicycle, could have been his mama, could have been a big sister. She had a hold of that bicycle and was giving him the what for. As I began to see, and my mental image produced this. I'm the one that caused the problem. I'm fixing to get in trouble, and I'll wait some more. Sometimes grown-ups don't know why little boys cry. When we got through at the hospital, I had these 3, maybe 5 staples in my head. When you're little and your bones are growing, they have to stitch it together, and just stitches would not have worked. Staples. This was Easter. Let's move forward to the beginning of summer. I went to one of those morning programs where they took kids in and showed them stuff and did crafts and taught them things because school's out. I'm 4, but I get to go. The teacher was showing us how to make a hat out of newspapers. Where you fold the newspaper in half, fold it again. So now you got, and then you fold up the edges and you'd overlap them, and you got this hat made like a triangle. Because I was sweet and precious, I got the special hat. She took red crepe and put it on those triangles. She took gold crepe and put it around the edges. And she gives me the special hat and says, "Now, if you wear it this way, with the points to the side, you're a general in Napoleon's army. If you wear it this way, you're an admiral in the Navy. Now, at 4, who's Napoleon? But I knew Navy. I'm from Jacksonville. You know Navy. You know the beach. And I went, that's it. So I get to wear the hat this way. 2 weeks later, I'm in South Georgia. Daddy owns some property. His cousin Norman farmed it. We go to look at Daddy's property. I got my hat. I'm wearing my Easter outfit. I'm just ready for the next thing to happen. Orman's walking with Daddy through the rows and has his mule with him. This is, sometimes grown-ups don't know why little boys cry. He puts me on top of that mule. Now, visualize 4 on top of a wide-back mule. Now, where do your legs go? They go like this. So I'm sitting on him, wobbling. Mule's walking. They're talking. What am I supposed to hold on to? The mule. Let me explain one thing. A mule can walk all day long sound asleep. They put them on those sugar grinders. They walk in circles all day long, grinding sugar cane. That mule. His head started going down. Down. He was going to sleep while he walked. I don't know nothing. I'm 4. I got my hat on. I'm excited. The bridle had not been secured in his neck. Orman just wrapped around his neck. Bridle fell off.
No.
The mule jerked straight up and took off down that road. Hold on to his mane. What's a mane? Hold on to his hair. What? Not gonna hurt the mule? Legs are flapping. Mules are running. I turned sideways to see what was happening. What I saw was knees and elbows running behind that mule. My hat fell. The mule's not stopping. Fields come to ends. I can see it. No, the mule can see it, can't he? Old rusted barbed wire fence. Blackberry briar patch growing all over it. Now, I appreciate y'all's response. On the other side of those fields in South Georgia, wind blows. So on the other side of that fence, mounds of sand will build up. Now, we're back to the mule. The mule decides, I'm not dealing with that fence. He turned sideways. I, using the dynamics of gravity, went straight over the fence into that sand pile. I mentioned this earlier. Let me do it one more time. The very first time in my life I saw an Olympic event. I saw my daddy hurdle right over the fence. Grabbed me up, he's brushing me off, and I'm bawling to be crazy. David, I don't, there's nothing wrong. I'll do it 2 ways. I lost my hat. For a moment, I think I shocked my daddy. Orman, the cousin, comes running up. David, David, look, I found your hat about halfway down the aisle. I got it right here. Oh, I'm all better, Daddy. That was it? Off we went. Now, I have to fix it because I get excited. Uncle L.E. is actually my email address. We go to Uncle L.E.'s house. He's looking at my staples. Now, I will back up 1 second and tell you who Uncle L.E. is. He's the man who, getting dressed on a Saturday afternoon, means to break out his starched bib coveralls and put on a white shirt. That's dressed. That man taught me how to swamp fish in a little boat until I pulled the mud snake and threw it into the boat. That man who taught me how to suey pigs out of the woods. He called me Davy Cricket. That was always fun. That man's looking at my staples. Now, remember I went to a hospital in Pahokee. Now I'm in South Georgia on a farm down dusty dirt roads. I've had visions. Daddy says, well, when are you going to get the staples out? He says, next week, we're going to the doctor. Here's my vision. I go to the doctor. He has a peppermint bread. He always gives me a lollipop. And when I go to the doctor, Mama always goes downstairs from his office, and I get to pick out a toy at the 5 and dime. So I had visions of an incredibly fun experience getting those staples out. Uncle L.E. had a different idea. David, he says, Orson, wait, I can take care of this. My daddy goes, no, we're going to the doctor. That's all. He says, listen. Now, many times, I told you twice some stories why little boys cry, grown-ups don't always know. Abruptly, the wail that ensued, I think I sued the pigs home. Uncle L.E. says, I'm going to take care of that right now. He turns away from me and he goes, I'm going to get those staples for you. And I can tell you, everybody in that house actually knew why this little boy cried. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart and for my daddy.